We're back, loners. Back again with some more episodes coming at you. This is episode number 66.
66. Let's roll that intro. You made it sound like there was a punchline. Thank you for watching and following because you are subscribed.
We do notice.
I know you are.
Yeah. We appreciate all the comments and the feedback, and also for those of you that have been jumping over to our vlog channel.
Did you say jipping?
Jumping. Shut up. For those of you jumping over to our vlog channel and subscribing.
We appreciate you even more.
Yeah.
Those are the real ones.
Yes. And also
that channel takes way more effort and deserves just as much of attention, but gets less attention. And
it's okay. It's okay. It'll get the attention it deserves eventually.
Yeah, it will. Go follow our other channel and subscribe.
When this comes out at the same time, our Welcome to Madrid and Nightlife vlog is going to be out at the same time. So go jump over and watch it.
Watch us.
Because it's good.
Get lost in Spain.
Yeah, so Linda had a long night last night. But she did, because you can go ahead and tell them.
I'm just tired because I got home late because I was at the hospital all night with my mommy because she needed to go to the hospital. And then I had to get up early to take her home from the hospital because I got tired of waiting there. And then that was my night. I didn't sleep. It was weird when she called me to come pick her up because I was like, I literally thought I was in like a boot camp somewhere in the middle of the wilderness. I was like, what's going on?
This morning?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you were still like in a daze almost because of how tired you were.
Yeah.
Because I've passed out. Well, I went to bed at 10 because I had to be up early. And then I look at my phone and it's 12:30 in the morning, and I'm like, oh fuck, I hope they're okay. So I text her, and then she's like, yeah, we're still waiting. And I'm just like, oh my god.
We love Kaiser.
Also, for how much shit people say that
universal healthcare
would be shit, and the wait times and all that stuff, that I've heard people say that. The way that you were explaining it last night, I'm like, there's no way that it
my mom got there at 5:30 and didn't see a doctor till 10:30.
And she pays health insurance.
So it was pretty busy, but there was this guy outside. My mom was like, take me outside, I need air, whatever. So we're waiting outside for a little bit, and there was this guy outside waiting for his wife, and he was saying that they went to Cedars Sinai, and they pretty much told them we're full, we're not taking anyone. I'm like, I've never heard a emergency room say that. I mean, unless it's a catastrophic event or something.
During COVID probably.
That's what I'm saying.
It, yeah.
Unless there's a huge so I thought that was interesting.
It is. When the way you were texting me last night, I'm like, damn, this is crazy.
Well, because I was telling my mom, Mom, be patient. She's like, no, Linda, this is crazy, blah, blah. I was like, just be patient. I was like, they're not gonna help you any faster if you complain, whatever. And then a few hours go by, I'm like, okay, no, this is actually pretty crazy.
You're like, please complain now.
I'm like, you can unleash your crazy side now. It's fine.
But
she's fine now. She's probably passed out.
Gladly everything's okay.
I know everybody was so worried.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, oh my god, is she alive? Is she okay?
So today we're going to do a video called Why Europeans Call Things American. And it's by Honest Guide. We've done a few of his videos. And
he's funny. I like him.
Exactly. So let's start with this
Honest Guide.
And let's begin.
American fridge, American bread, American bug attacking our country. Why do we call these things American when for American they don't need that adjective? Well, let us explain. Hi there, I'm an honest guide here in Czech Republic in Europe, and this is my favorite series we have on our channel, which is Cultural Differences. And why do we sometimes use the adjective American to things that are not necessarily American? Let me give you
I just want to ask anyone over there, do you guys actually use that as an adjective? To
I
describe
didn't know
things?
that.
Oh, that's so American of you, or oh, you're being such an American.
Well, they probably do. But I think he's saying they have actual products that they label.
I don't think so.
That's what he.
Is that what he just said?
I don't know if it says it on the package, but they have their own way of being like, oh, that's American.
Yeah,
bread.
that's what I meant.
Oh,
that's
my
still
bad.
describing it a certain way. Not
Yeah, I
like
guess you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are right.
That's right. Wait, what? Say it again.
You suck.
First example, and that would be a fridge. This fridge right here, even though it was made in Korea, is actually American. Or if I want to go buy it, if I go online, I will go into the section or into the aisle that says
I had no
American
idea.
fridge. Now, you in US would refer to it as the side-by-side. We call it American, mainly because it's big and because it has the side-by-side door. So this we refer to as the American
That's
fridge.
so weird.
I had no
Because
idea.
one half of it is fridge, the other half is a freezer. But here's the funny part. This we still refer to as the American fridge. It's in the American fridges aisle. But the top part is only a fridge. The bottom is freezer. So in US, they actually refer to this as the French door fridge.
Wait, what? Have you heard of that? French
I've
door
heard
fridge?
it. It's not commonly said. People will just be like the one with the freezer drawer.
Oh, so he's talking about the ones with the top
Double
is
door,
the thing
yeah,
and then the bottom.
Like the one that Paul has.
Yeah.
And
Got
Veronica.
it. So that's what they call a French door fridge.
Yeah,
Got
like that's the technical term, but nobody throws
That
that
would-
around. They just say, oh, it's the one with the drawer freezer.
Yeah, that's funny.
Those were super popular when they first came out.
Yeah. Also the ones with the digital stuff on the front too.
Yeah, my cousin has one like that. I'm like, damn, it has like Bluetooth and
Yeah,
stuff.
Bluetooth.
Like, isn't that wild?
That is pretty
You
wild.
can connect it to your house speakers, so it can.
Oh.
You can just like connect your iTunes or your Spotify. It's wild.
It is wild.
French doors are now the most popular style of refrigerator, so that demand also brings up the price a little bit.
Samsung, Korean. Samsung, Korean, Korean, Korean. So much
Yeah,
for
it's
America, huh?
manufactured.
Now let's stay with these box-shaped objects that we refer to as American, but let's move from the fridge to a coffin.
Wow.
Yes, if
All
somebody
right.
dies here and you want to get them a coffin, you can go to the funeral home and say, I want an American coffin. Now the difference is that the regular coffin would be cheap and made out of cheap plywood, but the American is like solid, big, and has that opening where you can look at the dead person. Now in US, you'd refer to that as a casket. I actually didn't know the difference between a coffin and a casket. I thought they're synonyms, but
Me
the
too.
difference is that this is what a coffin looks like, and this is what a
Oh,
casket
got
looks
it.
like. But we, to your casket, would refer as the American coffin. Now the only reason I
Wait, I want to know in Europe, like, do y'all just throw them in a box and say sayonara?
Well, I also want to. We were actually talking about this the other day. How expensive is it to bury someone or do a funeral? What is your guys like go to for that type of thing? I mean, because religion isn't so big over there as much as it is here, from what I've seen.
Are you kidding me?
Well, it depends where. It depends where, because when
Are
there's
you kidding me?
there's been comments that say like where they're from like Germany or Belgium and other places like that where they don't really like look at religion so much. Obviously, Italy and Spain and places like that is way different. Super
Yeah.
Catholic. I know. I'm talking more about like the
I get what you're saying.
other Europe.
You're like, not there. The other side of Europe.
You know what I'm talking about.
I mean, I just feel like most of the world is,
Very religious.
yeah,
Yeah.
like extremely religious. Like everywhere, I feel like.
I think that's what. Okay, maybe the places that
But I could be wrong.
looked at.
I really don't know much about Germany.
Well, because when I saw the comments from like Belgium, Germany, and I forget where some other places, they were like, yeah, we usually kind of keep religion out of things.
Maybe, yeah.
But I know those are probably very specific places that do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do want to know, if you don't live on this part of the world, like,
What's the process?
I
of
do
it?
think it's a ripoff. Like, the person's dead. But I thought this was like a global thing, especially in like first world countries, to put them in this like nice decked out casket, which I think is stupid. But like, I just thought that was like common. I didn't realize that was like.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you guys do it. Let us
can
know.
think of to get an American casket here is if you want to have a funeral
viewing.
with the open casket, which I've actually never attended, never heard of, or never been to.
So
in
it's
our
probably
Don't
not
do it.
common.
So I guess that's mainly an American
That's so
thing.
wild.
That's why, therefore, you would go to get an American coffin.
You want to be traumatized? Look at your dead grandparent, their embalmed body, in an open casket.
I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah.
And then if you don't go, you're a dick. You're like disrespectful.
Oh, like go up there
You
and
don't-
look at it.
Yeah. Or even just attend. You're an asshole. And then if you do go, you're traumatized because it doesn't look anything like the actual person. And then you're just like, that was my last time seeing my mom's mom. My mom fucking lost it because she's like, that doesn't look like my mom at all.
I remember that.
And I was like, it's just a vessel. It's not her soul. Like anything I could
But
say.
I think
to
it's
shut
because
her
it's
up.
such a big thing here. It's a big deal.
Why
If
do we
it's
look at the dead body? It's weird.
I mean, I agree, but yeah.
Since we're already in the horizontal position, let's move from a coffin to a bed. More specifically, the American bed. You want to wake up like an American movie? I'm actually quoting IKEA, the Swedish seller of furniture. And they sell American beds here. I mean, they sell regular beds as well. But what is an American bed? Well, it's a bed with the box spring base. Now, I didn't really know what the differences are, but there's a platform bed and a box spring bed. So the box spring bed we refer to as the American bed. In general, we're usually talking about something that's larger and quite a bit higher. Now, this is a regular potato, and this is American potatoes. Now, what the hell is that? Well, it's actually a spice to use.
Absolutely not.
It's like
Do
potato
not even
powder,
try.
or what is it?
Good question.
Is
I
that
don't
like the
know.
instant mashed potatoes?
I
type
know
thing?
that there is. They sell box potatoes, which I think is like dehydrated potatoes.
Like a powder almost, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you heat it. It does not taste like mashed potatoes. That shit tastes disgusting. And honestly, this is not an elitist comment because potatoes are so fucking cheap. Okay, this is anyway. Just make the fucking mashed potatoes out of the potatoes. But I don't know. Also, what was he saying about the box spring and stuff? Who cares?
I don't know. I feel like that's the older style. I feel like people don't really get that here anymore. It's
No,
less
like-
comfortable. The box spring,
But
so it has
even
like those fucking
what was the other one,
springs.
like the platform or whatever the heck he said? I don't know.
Yeah,
But
that's
we put our mattress on top of
a box.
stack
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
the higher up.
I remember in high school I used to just have my mattress on the floor.
Me too.
Yeah.
Which was fun.
Yeah.
So you just like
it's
fall.
it's a vibe.
Use for potatoes to make them American. But before these turn into American potatoes, you also have to slice them and put them in the oven because we're making potato wedges. That's what you would call them in US, but we refer to them as American potatoes. And you can even go to the store and get the spices for it that are called American.
What?
Wow.
One of the biggest
What's
cultural
in the
differences in a
spices?
supermarket we noticed is that our aisle with cereal is tiny little. This is the only selection we have of cereal. I mean, on the other hand, we have automated robots that just kind of wander around. This wasn't planned.
convenient.
Anyhow, the aisle is actually much bigger as the sign says, but all of this is just healthy stuff. Like, we
Cereali.
don't have Fruit Loops or Lucky Charms and stuff like that. Like healthy cereal. Since we've already been to the supermarket to get the American potatoes, we also grabbed
Nothing is more American than eating cereal at midnight.
I mean, I guess.
Like late at night.
I never really was. I know that's a lot of people like that or liked that.
I'm kidding. There's definitely a lot of things more American, but nothing.
No, I know what you mean,
Nothing is
but-
more satisfying.
You think so?
That's like a guilty pleasure.
All right.
The only time I will drink milk is with cereal.
Yeah, because it just you kind of like need it.
It's so good.
Also, like
at
with
night.
hot chocolate too. Hot chocolate needs milk. You can't do it with
I
water. I
can-
know people do it with water, but it tastes like nasty.
I mean, I could do almond milk for
Yeah.
hot chocolate because I don't really taste the milk, but cereal with whole milk
Yeah.
at night. He agrees.
Grab the American bread. Now, what is that? It's a regular sandwich bread that we usually refer to as the toast bread, but it has American flag all over it. because it is much wider and larger in size than our toast bread. I mean, you can clearly see the difference, right? This one is also like fluffier. I prefer this one. This is the regular Czech one, but not regular Czech European bread. Our normal bread is much better and nicer. So this is the American bread. We even have the, you know, flag on it and stuff. This is actually a Czech company that makes it. This specific one is made in Germany, and the company is owned by a Slovak guy who used to be our prime minister. Now, he didn't invent the packaging and the fact that it's an American bread. He actually copied it from an Austrian company, Oetz, that is a family Austrian company that first brought this to our market. Also, they sort of marketed it as an American sandwich bread. So this guy saw it and he copied it. And you Americans are now just like, what? I thought you guys eat baguette. No, that's the French people with the fridge. Now the next one is quite interesting.
And this one only comes with 10 slices. I do feel like bread should just be sold like that, unless you have kids.
Yeah, that is true.
We don't really buy sliced bread though.
Yeah. I was gonna say, we noticed in Spain when we were like eating and drinking this stuff, you can definitely tell the difference of flavors.
Oh yeah, for
of
sure.
the stuff in it.
And it is the American Night. Now it is the name of a film, of a movie, a French film actually, but it is a term used when you turn day into night. And it was specifically used during photography or filming. First time it was used was in the film Wizard of Oz. And the reason they used these techniques back in the days is because they didn't have good cameras to film during evenings or low lights. So they had to film during the day, later turning it into night. Right now you're looking at me with 2 lights and some daylight, and Honza can put a filter in the final cut that will turn this day into night. Even if you go on Wikipedia, there's an article about it. In English, it's called Day to Night. In the other languages, it is called American Night. Now, I actually thought that the term American Night is used because it is fake. Because it's pretending to be something that it's not.
That's funny.
But that's not the case of American Night. It is the case of the American smile. And I honestly don't know if you would say that as an American, that somebody has an American smile. Probably not. But we say that a lot. And it can mean 2 things. Either your smile is perfect, you have the perfect teeth.
I've heard that.
Perfect smile that almost hurts. It's like cringing. And the other term that I would use it for is that your smile is fake. That I just don't believe you're actually.
Yeah, especially because quite literally, a lot of people here have veneers.
Well, it's just
like to look.
Well, I think here, specifically in the United States, they promote more of having straight teeth and getting braces at a younger age.
White teeth, though. They promote white teeth. Sorry, they promote you to have like white teeth. They equate white teeth with health versus just like the actual health of
yeah,
the
that's
teeth.
true. But also, I the only thing I would think of this too, American smile, is that like over here, I think more than in other countries, they you feel like a pressure to not greet people, but kind of just do the little like
I don't.
You know?
I think that might be a Texas thing.
Maybe, yeah.
Because I don't ever feel
that
like
doesn't happen as much out here as it did over there. That is true. They
Southern
look at me.
hospitality.
They look at me weird if I greet someone. If I'm like, oh hey, they're like,
what do you want?
they're like, why are you talking to me?
But yeah, this is definitely something that's different across the board of
The world,
country.
Yeah.
Just our country.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You go to the East Coast, you smile hard, you're gonna get punched in the face.
Yeah, maybe.
You want to test it out?
Nor you care how I'm doing. If you still don't understand what the American smile is, let me show you a Czech film that is sort of a parody on the Police Academy, where a famous Czech actor explains it.
Americký úsměv. No, keep smiling. Zuby, zuby. Americký.
Whoa, man, you bought America?
Americký.
That's awesome. Now, what did my friend buy? I know. In our language, if he would call me and he'd say, man, I just bought America, he would be referring to a car. Either an old classic American car like an Oldsmobile or Pontiac or something like that, or simply a big, large
And
bar.
the trucks.
There's one more thing that you can refer to as America and not use it as an adjective, but as a noun actually. But for that, we would have to go back in time to the communist era when we were behind the Iron Curtain and probably go to see my dad at a university where he would say like, oh man, he has Americas. Can I have one?
Cigarettes.
And obviously
Yeah,
they were referring
knew it.
to cigarettes that were
spirits?
very special if somebody got their hands on American brand
Oh, bro.
cigarettes. It was something special and they would not refer to them as whatever the brand was, but as American.
That makes sense.
Interesting.
American. Now, since we're already back in time, let's go take a look at another American thing. And I believe we have some historical footage.
These clouds are not bringing joy and happiness because they are from the west. With the help of the wind and the clouds, the American imperialists send the Colorado potato beetle onto our country. The father and the son noticed something little on the ground. They leaned down to pick up something from the road.
That's it, the American bug.
What?
American bug. Now, since I did not live during communism and during these horrible propaganda times when people were brainwashed that West is sending this evil creature to destroy our potatoes,
way.
I never associated the adjective American with this poor little beetle. But when I asked my parents or even older people, what do they associate American with, they said, oh yeah, during the propaganda times, they would always refer about the beetle as American. That's where the term American bug.
Interesting.
Wow.
Now, last but not least, and we have to talk about this topic, is the American football. Now, what you call football is not football because you're not using your foot nor a ball to play it. You're actually using an egg-shaped object and you're playing with your hands. Therefore, it should be called hand egg or egg hand. You decide, but not football. That's why we refer to your funny game as American football.
Your funny game.
And our football is what it is. Now, the adjective
Makes sense.
I
American
agree.
usually means good or better or something special. There's even a famous Czech movie where the actor is asking another actor, if I put two identical matchboxes in front of you and I would say that one is from America, the United States, which one would you pick? And he says, well, of course, the American, it has to be better.
Jak není něco z USA, tak se to pánu nelíbí.
And I'm curious to ask you Americans, and I know many of you are watching, do you have the same thing with Europe? If something is from Europe, do you consider it to be better quality, better taste, better something? Are there things that you refer to as European that we wouldn't understand why? I actually discussed this with my American cousin and she said that there's butter that they refer to as European or yogurts or bread. So I'm curious if there's more things that we would be surprised that you refer to as European.
I don't think it's European. I don't really hear that.
I've only hear that with cars.
Cars, yeah. But as far as if someone's like, oh, this pasta is from Italy, yeah, people like they're gonna think that the pasta imported from Italy, they're gonna be like, oh, that's probably better than.
Yeah, the only other thing I can think of is like music.
Yeah, but you're not shopping at the store for.
No, I know. I'm
music.
trying to think like what I would think of being like.
Like if it's that country's specialty of something and you slap that country's name on it, yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
But as far as like
The
just
style of
general,
something or like an adjective.
yeah, we don't really use anything.
Or if like.
I mean, I'm trying to think. I don't really know.
So if guys wear like
short
short
shorts.
swim trunks to
I knew it.
the ocean,
Yeah.
people will be like, that's
that's
like European or something like that. Yeah, because we're not used to that here.
Yeah, they wear shorter shorts.
Like you want to see? I don't know what else. Let's see what's left.
I'm very much looking to the reactions in your comments to today's video. While you're down there, you can subscribe to our channel. We will bring you another cultural differences. We may talk about things that are hard to get in this country or things that are hard to get in some other countries. So let us know if you would
Kinder
like to
eggs.
see that. Until then, next Sunday, bye-bye. In the end, I usually teach a Czech word. This time I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna show you a cultural difference that may shock you when you come to Europe. And that is that you can't just grab a shopping cart. They're locked. Well, how do you get it out? Well, you need a coin. What if you don't have a coin? Well, then you need a European type key. And if you happen to have that rather than a coin, you can just put it in, pull it right out.
What?
And the shopping cart is yours. It's a neat trick that I was teaching here on this spot in a show I was doing prior to The Honest Guide, which was called You're Poor, How to Get a Shopping Cart for Free. And we filmed that with Honza. So this is the trick. En in Czech, this is nákupní vozík, but we would always say vozík.
Nákupní vozík. Okay.
Anyway.
Wow. So they were really tight. They're tight on the carts over there, huh? But like he was saying, if we think anything is like better, I think quality of life, maybe a little bit, and
talking about.
food to me it tastes
I don't
better.
think he was asking that. I think he was saying that if you're shopping or you're looking for something and you're like, oh, it's European. Okay, I want the European
No,
one.
but he
over
was
the
saying like, is there
American.
anything that you hear that's European that you think is like better quality or like?
But
stuff
did
like
you
that?
see the example he was using?
Yeah.
That's I think what he was
Yeah,
asking.
I get you.
So, yes, like you were saying, a car maybe, but nobody's like, unless you're like, are loaded, you're not going out of your way to be like, my car needs to be European for
Yeah.
the most part.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But
Maybe there's some European style housing, like apartments, maybe that they're making and stuff like that.
I do feel like most things here, people like the American version better.
Yeah, of course, because we're
Like,
used to it.
People will pay more to get American made things.
Yeah.
It's just so funny because it's like, it's local. So like, it's funny that we pay more.
Yeah, and the money that you pay more, it's not even going back to that worker who's doing it
It's
here.
almost like you're paying for
The name.
your conscience to not feel like,
Yeah, I know what you mean. That
to
you're
be
getting it
like-
from some other country.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a flex. But a lot of American made things like clothing and stuff are a lot better quality than imported stuff. But anyway, thanks for watching.
It's a good video. But yeah, don't forget
I like his energy. He has a good pace of giving information.
Yeah, he's not too fast.
And he just, I mean, if my little bird brain can understand you, that's a plus.
You don't have a bird brain.
Thank
It's a little bit bigger than that.
Thank you.
I'm just
Thanks
kidding.
for
I love you. I love you.
watching.
Don't forget
Ow.
to like and subscribe, and also jump over to our vlog channel. Okay, guys. Spain vlogs are coming up.
You pointing is so aggressive.
It's my go-to though.
If somebody was pointing at my face, I would immediately punch them.
Well,
Punch.
well,
Just kidding.
you guys can't punch me, but
Goodbye.
Peace.